Hello, this is the Bears Podcast with AP and KP, and as always, Go Bears! 0. Count them. 0. This is our first podcast.
Just us.
Just us.
Well, since the very first one, I think.
The very first one we did together. It has been more of a struggle this year to get participants.
Hey, kids, quit working.
Yeah.
And leaving school.
Stop leaving school half days. And then I do our lunch recess time for junior high, so I think takes that out of the way.
I think somebody else should do that.
Talk to Middleton.
Nick, do it yourself.
Nicholas?
Nick, I'll come in.
Yeah, there we go. Drive from Daleville, come.
I'm coming.
But yeah, so it is just AP and I today.
Woo.
And woo! Wait. Yay! Ourselves.
It's so hot in here.
I know. We're so far away.
I know.
If you are listening to this and want to watch it, we are on YouTube. Bear With Me Podcast. Search that on YouTube. You'll see our beautiful faces.
Yeah, you will.
We need to update our pictures at some point. You have long hair.
I know. I'm going to get a new headshot tonight.
Ooh.
For work.
Hey. All right, so we are, this podcast is going to pretty much be about my run across Indiana adventure.
You did it!
I did it!
He did it!
I did that. I did it after 5 years of starting it. So, so we're going to just talk about that. I'm going to give a little overview real fast. The Run Across Indiana was for raising money for the East Central Indiana Fellowship of Christian Athletes. It was just me literally running across the state, or running and walking, a lot more walking. It was 157 miles across. My goal was 5,000. To date, right now, including the $500 check I just got, we have raised $8,300 for the ECIFCA.
I said it was 72 or
it was 72 the other day
on Sunday because Grandma was asking.
Gma.
And I told her as of Sunday it was like 72.
On day 3, it was 4,910. So we just barely hit it, and then we had a lot after that. So, anyways, the Run Across Indiana originally started in 2020. It was COVID. Nobody was doing anything. I was training for a marathon, and I was like, "Hey, why not? I can run across Indiana." I've seen somebody did it in 2016 and survived.
It's just absolutely.
Yeah. So I got Dad, my wife, and her brother Caden. Shout out to Caden. He doesn't listen to this.
He doesn't listen to this.
And we went on an adventure across the state. I took US 40 at that point. I did 6. My plan was to do it literally all at once, not to sleep, which was silly, just stupid.
Just the dumbest idea.
And it was 105 degrees. It was late June, and so I failed.
Hot.
I did 67 miles. Failed. Drove the rest of the way.
Looked awful.
Looked terrible. Lucy, shout out to Lucy Parkinson. She made the video. I don't even know if you've seen it. On The Office, when I had so much fettuccine. And have you watched The Office?
I've never seen it. I've seen like the first 2 episodes.
Anyways, yeah, I look terrible. My body kind of shut down on me.
No, I think you did. I think you did send it to me.
I was possibly an active kidney failure.
Oh, you were for sure
dehydrated beyond belief. Anyway, so fast forward 5 years to now. So at the end of the year, Christmas time of 24, I was trying to plan on what to do. I wanted to run more again, so I signed up for the Flying Pig Marathon. And I was like, hey, shoot, I can do one in the fall. And I was like, wait, why couldn't I just
run across the state?
Run across Indiana. So because I raised around 8,000 the first time, so obviously I did what I was doing it for Jesus. For Jesus, you may call him. But, Dad and Kenzie were like, yeah, you did it. Like, you completed. You don't have to do this. Yes, I did. So I locked in, and I was like, hey, I can do it in the fall break. It's going to be cooler weather, which day 1 was 84 degrees. But I have an Instagram and Facebook page if you want to dive in and go through those videos I made as I updated. But ended up taking 4 days. I was on my feet for a little over 59 hours. 157 miles, raised a little over $8,000. So, yeah. So I put on Facebook, Instagram to reach out if you had any questions. 0 people responded.
Nobody did.
Nobody responded, which
Come on,
Come on, everybody. But I did get, I have a few text groups that people sent some questions. So shout out to the ATs in my circle. And Craig from New York, that's also an athletic trainer. So AP is just going to answer some questions. I'm going to kind of answer them to the best of my ability. This may not be very long of a podcast.
Hey,
But
we're at least doing it.
But it is a podcast.
Heck, next week might just be us again.
Hey,
We can talk about our childhood.
hey. Also, I think I figured out VP has a prep around this time.
What are we
So
doing?
we're going to have VP and hopefully the girls golf team.
Let's just have VP
Regional
every time.
Every time. Okay. We can have Veach on here too.
Yeah.
Not Nick. He was already on here.
Yeah, he's one and done.
He's
one
two.
one and done for the year.
For the year. I got you.
Next year, next season,
Calvin Middleton.
Calvin.
Still reach out to us. Let us know.
Is he at the where's
He's at
he
the
at?
elementary. We'll come to you.
Yeah, well, we'll back up.
I mean,
We could.
it's mobile.
We could. Okay.
Sorry.
First question. What kept you going when it was tough?
The answer is Adam Parkson.
That's me.
I mean, that was part of it, but the big thing that I really had, because this was, I've always said running is 99% mental anyways. This was 99.9% mental, 1% physical. The big thing that helped me was Fields of Faith that's put on by ECI FCA was the Wednesday before I started. So that in general, like that was like the biggest Fields of Faith they've had ever. So like people were on fire
huge.
for Jesus. Definitely in East Central Indiana. So that kind of just kept me going. And then of course thinking about all you guys, the family, Kenzie and Reese, and just knowing, especially once I got past that 67th mile on the second day. Now I'll tell some more. There was some rough spots, but once I got past that, I was like, "Hey, I can do this." And then day 3, especially when I started that, I was like, "I'm doing this." So yeah.
When did it get tough? And was it just after a certain mark each day or just a specific point in the entire thing?
Day 1, pretty much, I ran mostly up until the first marathon, 26. And I think around 35 or so, started to get pretty hot, started to get pretty rough. My stomach kind of, like I was doing okay nutrition-wise, and it started to reject everything except for I could do some gels and I could do water in my
It's
like
surprising
element.
you could do water.
Yeah, and so that kind of started to suck. And honestly, I thought about being done at least for the day. Dad was, I forgot to say earlier, Dad was the only one that was with me the whole time. Dad was my crew member in G-Paul's car because my car decided to throw on a check engine light before we started.
More about that?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Just, it's a smaller fix. It's still going to be
Right.
costly, but
Right.
but that was like the first day, and then Duncan Reed, shout out to you, came out at mile 45 and kind of revitalized my spirits. Dad went and got me a Coke. Steve Kloecki, that is another ultramarathon friend of mine.
Out?
He did not, but he gave me he did a 24-hour run, ran 81 miles.
That guy.
He said when his stomach was bothering him, he did his Coke and pretzels, and that's what I did. Went away.
That's
What a
wild.
master.
Thanks, Steve.
But yeah, thanks, Steve. But Duncan Reed came out, and that really got me going. We walked for about 5 miles, and then we actually ran about the last 5 miles, if I remember correctly, to his in-laws' house that is on 32. So that was nice. I was literally right at mile 55. So we made it 55 miles that first day. And then second day it just sucked, really, except for the end. The beginning and the end. So the beginning, Jaden Flieger surprised me in the hotel, and he rode his bike 9 miles with me. It was pretty good. And then I got to 67 shortly after that. Got pretty emotional. And then mile 75, Dad and I were on this side of a construction zone. My legs were starting to get sore all over, so I was like, I'm going to try to sleep. So I slept for 15 minutes. Woke up, just kind of sat there for like 20, 30 minutes, contemplating life. That's when 75 miles was really when I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do this. And then
I'm done.
I got back out and ran across the construction zone. It was only about a mile. And then I figured out about halfway into that mile that my blisters on my feet were much worse than I thought. So then I got to the other side. We were at like a landscape being mulch business. Mama's something, I can't remember. And so I switched every single Band-Aid, every single blister pad.
Besides your socks.
And No, I did then.
Oh.
And
that was when it was
that was
wet.
yeah, that was the third day. And then I got going again, and Todd Miller told me he was going to run with me, and Joe Kern ran across Indiana 4 years ago, so that was kind of it was good. I knew I was going to have Joe, I knew I was going to have Todd, and they pulled me the rest of the way. That was my lowest mileage, well, besides day 4, but that was just because it wasn't that long.
Yeah.
But I only did 36 that day, I think.
What a loser.
I know. And but Joe and Todd Miller's just a G. He ran like 8 miles to me, and then I think he walked 9 miles.
This guy's nuts.
Just awesome.
Nuts.
And Joe walked pretty much all that way except for I think he did 7 because he had to go back home. And then I saw Sydney Patterson and her family in Noblesville. They drove to Noblesville to meet me.
So what were they doing out there?
I asked,
they just
I was like,
drove?
you guys shopping? Like, no, we just came to see you. I was like, got me going a little bit.
What guys?
My emotions were up.
What guys?
I think I've gone off topic, but pretty much 75 was when I thought I was going to quit.
Yeah.
And then pretty much getting to right outside Lapel at the end of night 2, I was like, I got this.
Yeah.
So.
What was the difference this year as to, well, years past, but I guess back in 2020?
I don't know. It's been so long.
Yeah.
5 years.
5 years.
I think
You're a
mature.
whole high school graduate in
Yeah.
6 years.
What?
Takes 4 years to graduate.
Oh, I see
in
what
high
you're
school.
doing. God, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, maturing as a runner, possibly a little bit, just knowing what was going on. And like I said, I marathon trained in 2020 for April, but then I don't really think I did much up until the end of June.
Well, what you just said kind of goes with the next one. Do you feel like you trained well? What would change in your training, good or bad? So, I mean,
touched
on
the big thing was I trained more because I did the Flying Pig in May, and then I was training for the Air Force Marathon in September 20th, I think it was. So it was 2 weeks before I started. So I was in ultra marathon. I may have done a little bit, should have done a little bit more, but the Air Force Marathon was my big thing. I did that, and then the next day I did 20 miles. I think that got me in the mental space of knowing I could do it. I mean, I was only 46 compared to 157, but I feel like
Still, that's about a day.
Yeah.
Or what you want to try to get in a day.
I feel like I did better that way, and then also scheduling in October and not late June. It was unusually warm on that Sunday, but then Monday was overcast. Tuesday was rainy and okay weather-wise. It was a little bit sunny, and then
warmer.
Wednesday was perfect when we were across the county.
Wednesday was fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah.
Tips for someone who's wanting to do this in their state.
Be smart. Do you really want to do it?
Yeah, you don't.
The biggest thing I would say is find a cause that you want to raise money for, because that's, if you just want to do it, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But to have the motivation of the ECI FCA behind me and all my family and friends, that helped. But find something to raise money for, because I really think that helped. And honestly, there's been 4 people, I guess, including myself, that have ran across Indiana that I know of. I know 2 of them personally, and Joe raised it for his local food pantry, and then Michael raised it for his own metastatic mission, cancer research. He got $50,000, man. It was nuts. Yeah.
Good night.
And $10,000 from the Colts.
His cancer research?
He has his own, because his dad passed away from cancer 2 days before he started.
You meant oh God.
Yeah. And
he has his own thing. He had cancer.
No, his father. And then, but he has his own, Metastatic Mission is his non-profit. I assume it's a non-profit, but shout out to Michael, shout out to Joe. I don't know if you guys are listening, but I don't know. Did I answer?
It was
just... across the state.
Somebody
yes.
nutrition.
Make sure you're eating... I ate, that's the thing.
I feel like you ate a lot better this time.
McChickens were my go-to day 3 and day 4. I didn't really eat that many regular food. Day 1 and day 2, I had jelly sandwiches. Shout out to Todd.
That's wild.
But I did a lot of Cliff Flocks have always been my go-to, and Honey Stinger shots or whatever they're called, the gels. But also making sure you're trained. I don't know how to train for that, but back-to-back 50Ks is what, there's this guy named Andy Glaze, which he just finished the Moab 240-mile race.
Good.
And I asked him for advice, and he said back-to-back 50Ks, which is 31 miles, which I did not quite do, but kind of.
I just saw somebody on Instagram.
Moab 240.
Right. Now, I don't know who it was, but this guy, I think he tried it 2 times, and he finally
Andy
finished.
Glaze.
Is that who it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's funny.
He popped up.
Yeah, he reached out to me. He got back to
really?
me on my DM.
That's funny.
But Yeah, making sure you train correctly and like running. Like I did a crap ton of walking.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, but you were walking pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing like a 14, 15-minute pace most of the time
Hot
walking.
girl walks.
Yes. Hot girl summer, you could say.
Shake that.
But I probably only ran out of the 157.
About 26 miles.
Yeah. The first 30,
Well, you ran
maybe roughly 50. Maybe on the lower side, 40 something. But the rest was just walking, and that's okay too. I got done. But I mean, depending on how your state is, north, south, or east to west. I mean, like there's a guy doing Texas right now.
Johnson,
For the second time, Matt Johnson's doing the Texas 1000.
1,000,
Yeah. So I think
which is wild. America's 3,000 some miles. Texas, north and south, is 1,000.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, just make sure you're doing it for the right thing.
Yeah.
You're smart, and like. Dad was a great crew member because I also front loaded because Dad's not a runner, but I kind of gave him stuff to ask me every single time. As long as you have the right crew member, I would prefer multiple probably, but as long as you have the right crew member, and Kinsey and Reese would come out every now and again too. So that was
day
helpful,
4 is a lot better.
Yeah, day 4 was good too. Yeah, because Adam was there. He kind of ruined the whole thing.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, so yeah.
How did you plan your fueling? Was it different than your marathons at all?
Yeah, so the marathons, I think I've figured out a little bit more how to fuel. The Flying Pig I bonked to 18 miles. Air Force Marathon was 20, but then I kind of came back. So I got a little bit better, but I wasn't going as hard. That was more just a training run for the run across Indiana. But marathons, I usually do cliff blocks. I do like 4 of them. I do one every 10 minutes. One of the blocks, and then I do every 45 minutes or so the honey stinger shots, but I think I need to do more stuff. And now I have Element, like the salt stuff, and I love that, so that was nice. But
that was donated, wasn't it?
Yeah, the run across it. Yeah, shout out to Element NT. Yeah. Tom Pollins donated me part of that huge thing that I got, and then I got Element sent one
like the
by
sheriff?
Itself. Yeah. Because his kids went here. So
what does he do?
Or
he just donated that?
Like he's like there's an Element giveaway thing.
And
he put me.
I see. Gotcha.
Yeah. And then shout out to Fleet Feet Indianapolis. They gave me a whole care package of stuff. Jam bars. I've never heard of those things. Were delicious.
Jam bars.
And then Read Results helped with the GPS tracking invoice. The GPS tracking adventure cool. Enablers, man. I had 4,700 hits.
I think I saw it like one time in that.
Yeah.
I did because
I appreciate it.
I follow you. I have you on Find
GPS. Yeah. But yeah, so then fueling, I was trying to get 75 grams of carbs per hour. I had a whole sheet.
How much?
75 grams of carbs.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
So I would like Gatorade and all that stuff helped too. But I pretty much did it for the first whatever it would have been 6 hours, and then kind of just. Yeah. I didn't look at that again. So I was just more trying to get. After that point, trying to get carbs, and like the jam bars were really doing well with my stomach. Pretzels were doing well. The Cliff Blocks. So
Chuckins.
I had ramen noodles once. That was good. But I had mashed potato bowls. I only did that once. But I probably should have tried more. McChickens really hit well. Yeah. I think just because I like them.
I'm sorry.
But in all reality, I don't know if I'm the guy to talk to about ultra fueling because this is literally the only thing. I mean, I've done a marathon and then this.
Yeah. Well, so, and then you look at Matt, the Johnson that we were talking about. He's just, he's a tiny little fella, but demolishing like peanut butter and donuts and just all that stuff to get all that sugar.
I probably should have got more calories. I think that's why the McChickens hit so well because I was actually getting calories and not just carbs.
Just the bread and jellies and all that. Yeah. What meal did you look forward to the most?
McChickens. I don't know.
McChickens!
Well, for day 1, there was nothing.
Yeah.
It was Perrysville, 5 miles in, that's 500 people.
Yeah, because you didn't eat it. I mean, you ate what you had
in the car. And it was like 6:45, so nothing was happening. It was still dark. And then Crawfordsville at 37 miles. There was nothing.
That's insane. That's so much.
Dad had to go 15 minutes to a DG. It's unheard of around here.
That's wild.
We're 3 minutes away from one at all times.
Yeah. We got, what, 8?
Yeah.
Between,
jeez, man.
Like a
Muncie has 84.
10 mile
span. What was the question?
How many
chickens? So so day 3, the Anderson. Did I get into day 2. No,
you got
day
Anderson.
3. Yeah, Anderson was the first one.
Because Dad asked me if I was at work.
Because I had 2 McChickens there. I had
And a
2
Coke.
McChickens and a Coke. I did have Cokes. Coke,
2
freaking McDonald's Coke. Anyways,
Dude.
but when you're freaking needing sugar and stuff.
Oh.
But then.
Can you imagine sweet tea?
I don't know if that would have hit. I would have had to pee real hard.
Yeah, that might have. The sugar.
Also, I don't think this was a question, but using the restroom on the west side of the state where there's nothing, it's just
A lot of cornfields.
a lot of cornfields. But then once you get into stuff, I could actually use the restroom in gas stations. That was a wild experience. But McChicken's probably literally, and then I got back. So we got done. What was that? About 3 p.m. on Wednesday. Is when I got to Ohio.
Yeah, it was between 2:30 and 3. Because I
Somewhere
told Mac that because I think you guys thought 4.
Oh yeah,
and
I wasn't moving as fast.
And I said you'll get done before 3.
Yeah, and then they had to rush to get.
God, she was flying.
But then Ken's like, what do you want from like food wise? And I said, freaking Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
So
okay. So this guy gets done running 157 miles, and I look on his GPS, like where he Find My Friends or whatever. This man's at Texas Roadhouse. I texted him. I was like, well, first off, thanks for the invite. Second, what are you doing?
You can't stay home for 5 minutes.
yeah. Getting Texas Roadhouse to go.
But I got 8-ounce steak. I got shrimp.
God,
I got house salad. I got baked potato. Demolished. All of it.
Hey, Adrian, I'm gonna take KP. He's gonna be gone the rest of the day. We're gonna go to Texas Roadhouse.
Adrian, let me know if you listen to this.
Yeah, comment.
Does he?
Comment.
Like, email me, Adrian.
Yeah, there you go. Email.
Shoot me an email.
And then shoot me a job offer.
Assistant athletic trainer.
Yeah, exactly. Assistant to the assistant athletic trainer.
But yeah, so the Texas Roadhouse I was really looking forward to, I demolished. And then I ate a crap ton of food on that Thursday, and I'm pretty much back to normal by Friday. I didn't need as many calories, I don't think.
And you're moving pretty good, too.
In fact, my right knee's not hurting anymore.
That's good. Okay, how many times did you have to change your socks and or shoes?
I only had 2 pairs of shoes. I had one from marathon training the second half. I got some for my birthday. Shout out to Mom and Dad. And also, shout out to Mom and Dad. They got me shoes for Christmas in October. So, or actually September. So I used my black, I have like neon ones, or black with neon on it. I used those for like that first 26, and I changed every single clothing item I was wearing because I was sweating, and I switched to the blue ones that I only pretty much ran two weeks in of low mileage, but they were much more cushiony.
Yeah.
So I switched to those after that time, and then used that stuff because I had run across Indiana. I had 8 shirts that were different colors, so I ran in 7 of them. But for day 1, I just switched to those and the socks, and then day. And we're back. Sorry, the batteries died.
Hey, just for the record, I did ask him if those batteries are up to date.
And just for the record, there was 4 bars.
Yeah. It's a liar.
Here we are. Okay, I don't even know where we were. Shoes.
Yes.
Shoes. So then day 2, I don't think I switched. I think I had I wear a brand called Creeper toe socks, and those have helped. But I had a lot of blisters. But I don't think that was because of socks. I think it's just how my feet are. But I don't think day 2 I switched at all. Thinking about it, I had the same stuff on. Day 3, it rained the first 10 miles. I had 2 pairs of socks on. Thank you for Jared Coates for the advice. I've realized I switched all my clothes except for my base layer of socks. So it looked like I had the start of trench foot on when I got home on night 3.
He was actually in the Civil War.
I was. And then day 4, I didn't have to worry about it. It was beautiful out, and I really didn't sweat that much.
Yeah, it was really nice.
So I just kept all the same clothes on. And then.
Well, I think you changed your shirt once.
Yes. Day 3, I think I also switched my shoes because of the rain. I don't think I did. Day 4, I think I had the blue ones on the whole time.
Yeah, I think so. How did you decide the mileage was far enough each day?
Well, originally I was going to do 60, 50, and 47. At 55 was pretty solid.
60's wild.
Yeah, 55 was pretty good for the first day. If I didn't have, I don't think if I had my stomach issues, I think I could have got to 60. Day 2, there's no way I would have ever gotten to 50, I don't think. I mean, I got to 30. It's only 14 miles, but that would have taken me, at that time.
Probably 4 hours.
Yeah, the walking, it just wasn't worth it. Because I did 14 hours the first day and 14 hours the second day. I went from 55 to 36.
Yeah.
So I just wasn't having it day 2. But day 2, I was just trying to get as far as I could. And like lapel was in the distance, and I was like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Kinsey and Dad stopped at this. I can't remember
grain.
Grain thing,
like
Keystone. And I was like, okay, yeah, it's far enough. So that was 91. And then when Dad and I were leaving to go back to whatever, I can't remember that name of that town, but right outside Lapel. That was at mile 91. I saw the blue mile marker at the bypass as 126, and I was like, I can get there. So that was kind of cool. And then I got to our road, so that was 133.
Yeah, that day was
fun, man. I was walking a lot, but I was cruising.
Yeah, that was a wild day.
And then obviously just getting across the state for the 4th day. So I ran across the county on my 26th birthday, so I knew it was 24 miles, so I knew I could do it.
How long after you started the run did you not only find yourself physically tired but also mentally tired?
Which I guess I kind of answered earlier, but
yeah,
it was pretty much 35 that first day, and then I got through it with Duncan after that 10 miles. And then I always get bad. I was feeling sorry for myself. Can't do that.
This guy.
So mentally, that's when I know I'm kind of checking. I try to, you try to get back in the loop of being positive. I try to be positive all the time. And then day 2 sucked. In between between Jaden and between Todd was just kind of but physically, it was just the back of my right knee started hurting at mile 26, so 130 miles of that kind of sucked. But if that's and then my blisters, but if that's the only thing physically, it wasn't too bad.
It's true. How did you keep motivating yourself to keep going?
ECI, like I said earlier, ECI, FCA, Adam, Kinsey and Reese. Just myself also. Okay, I'm doing this. Especially like day 3. I was like, okay, lapel.
That day was
Everwood,
wild.
Anderson.
You ran from Indy to Parker.
Yeah,
basically.
Chesterfield, Daleville. I was like, okay, I know all these towns. I know people are going to be there. So that was just I was just going, and I figured I was almost 5,000 in.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, that was a good
day. 2 mental health terrible. Day 3 extremely great.
Yeah.
Day 4 extremely great. Day 1 was pretty good, but yeah.
Okay, last question. Ooh. Did you ever have any doubts that you would finish? Day 1, absolutely. No. I guess that'd be day 2.
I guess day one, about mile 35. Yes, probably. Yeah. Very slightly, because I knew I was like, okay, I'm only day 1. It's only, in reality, it's 84 degrees, but I did 105, so I knew what I was getting myself into. Day 2, 75. I really when I woke up for the little 15-minute nap, I was like,
this sucks.
Yeah. And that's what and dad of course is my dad, so he can tell all the signs of what I'm going through. So he was encouraging, but also just kind of chilled. And then Kinsey motivated, obviously. You guys all text me, and it was cool because it would go through. I didn't text back for 12 hours, but it would play in my ear, and that was pretty cool. Shout out to Christy Butler. She texts me every day, twice a day. It was nice. But yeah, so mile 75 was my low point. And then honestly, beyond that, since I got to Todd and Joe and I saw Connor Parkinson, that started getting me going again. And then I knew 100% day 2 night at mile 91, I'm like, I'm getting this done. It's not going to matter.
Right.
He's checking his phone.
Sorry.
We actually we do need to wrap it up. Actually, we're good time wise.
Yeah.
So this is our first duo.
Yep. Probably have more of these.
Yeah, we'll just see what happens. People reach out to us.
Yeah. Say you want to be on the podcast.
Yeah. VP,
and actually
VP listens.
Yeah, VP listens.
VP let us know. I don't know if you were on your prep period, but if you were, come on.
Yeah.
And the girls golf team.
Let us know.
Let us know.
And anybody else that just wants to be on the podcast.
Yes.
That can get out of class.
Yes. Brian Pugsley, I'm looking at you. And Dana, I know you're at the elementary, but
make a field trip.
We could have a husband and wife.
Make a field trip up.
Yeah.
Because we already had their one daughter
Emma.
on.
Emma was on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, solid.
Woo!
Look at us go.
Oh yeah.
So run across Indiana. You can still donate. ECINFCA.org/donate. Scroll down a little bit. You'll see my picture. We're over 8,000, but why not 9,000?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? So thank you, everybody, for following along and supporting me and loving me.
Yep.
Appreciate y'all. I shout out a lot of people through that. I'm going to shout out pretty much every single person, my family, and everybody who reached out, prayed for me, or GPS tracked me.
Shout out KP for doing it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I need a
Yeah, that's true. We really need to upgrade our sound.
We should talk about this.
Yeah.
All right. We will. This will probably be out tomorrow. Can you edit that fast?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it'll be out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, because today's Wednesday.
And I brought my laptop. Look at me go.
Look at you go. Yeah,
All right.
I should be able. Yeah, I should be able.
Also, shout out to Stop and Sip, our only. No. We have 2 sponsors. Stop and Sip in Parker City.
Who else?
Shout out to them. And Aqua Gold of Muncie. Shout out to Ross Grove.
Oh, thanks, Ross.
He asked what it took. I said, nothing.
Your love and support.
Your love and support of me. So shout out to Stop and Sip for being lifelong partners of the Bear Through podcast, and Aqua Gold for being our new sponsor. We love you guys, and yeah. All right.
Cool.
All right, ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go Bears!